Opening music plays and the host, a young Gen Zer, appears on screen with a goofy grin. Host, hey there, fellow truth seekers. Welcome to Brain Rot Facts, where we dive into the wildest conspiracy theories that actually turned out to be totally true. Host, now, before we get started, let's set the bar low. I mean, really low. Like, I once thought my cat was a time-traveling alien, low. Sketch of a cat in a spaceship appears on screen. Host, so, you might be thinking, conspiracy theories? Aren't those just crazy people talking nonsense? Well, yes, and no. Did you know that the US government actually did create a secret program to study mind control through hypnosis? Host, yeah, I know, it sounds like something out of a Marvel movie. But it's true. In 1950s, the CIA created Project MKUltra, which involved experiments on unwitting subjects. Cut to footage of government documents and old news clips. Host, and if you thought that was wild, just wait till we get into some other mind-blowing conspiracy theories that turned out to be true, like the one about dramatic pause. To be continued. Intro music plays and the host, a charismatic Gen Zer, appears on screen with a goofy grin. Host, welcome to Brain Rot Facts, where we expose the wildest conspiracy theories that turned out to be completely true. I'm your host, Name, and I'm here to blow your mind with some mind-blowing facts. Cut to animation of a brain being blown up. Host, so, let's start with one of the most iconic conspiracy theories of all time. The US government is hiding aliens on Area 51. Pause for comedic effect. Host, okay, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like something from an X-Files episode. But hear me out. In 2013, the US Air Force declassified a memo that showed they had been tracking UFO sightings since the 1940s. Cut to animation of a memo being unsealed. Host, and get this, in 1994, the Pentagon's Advanced Research Projects Agency, ARPA, even created a program called Project Blue Book to investigate these sightings. So, it turns out that our government has been taking UFO sightings pretty seriously for decades. Cut back to host. Host, but here's the thing, while they may have been investigating aliens, they weren't hiding them, at least not according to official records. Outro music plays and the host appears on screen again. Host, that's it for Chapter 1 of Brain Rot Facts. Tune in next time when we'll be exploring more wild conspiracy theories that turned out to be true. And remember, you can't handle the truth. Outro music continues to play as the video ends. Narrator, in a dry, conspiracy-loving tone. Welcome back to Brain Rot Facts. Last time on the show, we explored some wild theories that turned out to be true. Today, we're diving into more mind-blowing truths that'll make you question everything, or at least make you wonder if you should have invested in tinfoil hats sooner. Narrator, so, you know how they say, the truth is out there? Well, sometimes it's just hiding in plain sight. Like the fact that. Dramatic pause, the US government once conducted secret tests on unsuspecting citizens using, wait for it, LSD. Fun fact number 1. According to declassified documents, the CIA and military tested psychedelic substances on American soldiers during the 1950s and 60s. Who knew that acid was actually a government-funded experiment? Narrator, yeah, because nothing says, good idea, like dosing your troops with hallucinogens. It's like giving them an excuse to blame their hangovers on aliens. And then there's the time when. Dramatic pause, the Pentagon decided to create a fake army of zombies. Okay, not exactly, but close enough. Fun fact number 2. In 1953, the US military developed a plan to create zombies using biological warfare. The goal was to create an army of mind-controlled super soldiers. Who knew that the undead were just one step away from being a national security threat? Narrator, so, if you're ever in a situation where you need to take down an enemy with nothing but your wits and a trusty baseball bat, just remember, the government's got your back, or should I say, it's got your brains. And that's not all, folks. Stay tuned for more mind-blowing facts that'll make you question everything. Or at least make you wonder if you should have invested in a good tinfoil hat. The camera zooms out as the narrator gives a knowing wink to the camera. Opening music plays as the host, a charismatic young woman, appears on screen with a mischievous grin. Host, welcome back to Brain Rot Facts. So far, we've explored some wild conspiracy theories that actually turned out to be true. But trust me, folks, this next one is gonna blow your mind. Cut to animation of a government agency building. Host, Chapter 3, The CIA and the Aliens. Okay, not exactly aliens, but you'll see what I mean. Pause for comedic effect. Host, in the 1950s, the US government launched a secret program called MKUltra. Its purpose? To create mind control techniques using psychedelic substances like LSD and mescaline. Cut to a graphic illustrating the program's scope. Host, and get this, they actually used human subjects, including soldiers and mental patients. Yeah, that's right, folks, your tax dollars at work, or not. Real fact 1, the CIA did indeed conduct MKUltra experiments from 1950 to 1964. Host leans in, a conspiratorial tone. Host, but here's the crazy part, some of these volunteers reported experiencing out-of-body experiences and even seeing shadowy figures lurking in their rooms. Cut to an animation of a person floating above their body. Host, sounds like science fiction, right? But it gets even weirder. Stay tuned for Chapter 4, you won't believe what's coming. Narrator, in a dramatic voice, welcome back to Brain Rot Facts. We're diving deeper into the wild conspiracy theories that turned out to be completely true. And trust me, this one's gonna blow your mind. Cut to animation of a rabbit wearing sunglasses and holding a briefcase. Narrator, you might have heard whispers about the CIA and their alleged involvement in mind control experiments using LSD. Yeah, it sounds like something out of a bad James Bond movie, but believe it or not, it's true. Cut to footage of MKUltra experiments. Narrator, in the 1950s and 60s, the CIA did indeed conduct secret experiments on unwitting humans using psychoactive substances, including LSD. They even used code names like Operation Midnight Climax. Sounds like a rejected Bond title, right? Real fact number 1, according to declassified documents, the CIA experimented with LSD on prisoners at the Federal Narcotics Hospital in Lexington, Kentucky. Cut back to the narrator. Narrator, and if that's not enough to rot your brain, how about this? The government was also experimenting with mind control using. Dramatic pause, radio frequencies. Real fact number 2, in the 1960s, the US military and CIA conducted experiments on radio frequency radiation, which included broadcasting subliminal messages to test subjects. Cut to animation of a brain with radio waves blasting into it. Narrator, yeah, because nothing says conspiracy like using radio frequencies to control people's minds. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie. Closing shot of the rabbit in sunglasses looking concerned. Narrator, and that's just Chapter 4 of our wild ride into the world of brain-rotting facts. Stay tuned for more mind-blowing revelations on Brain Rot Facts. Narrator, in a serious tone, welcome back to Brain Rot Facts, where we're blowing your mind with wild conspiracy theories that turned out to be totally true. I mean, who needs fact-checking when you've got Google, am I right? Alright, let's dive into our 5th chapter, the CIA's secret army of jelly-filled donuts. Just kidding, it's actually the FBI's surveillance of Martin Luther King Jr. But seriously, folks, the FBI did have MLK under surveillance. Like, literally, they had cameras and microphones installed in his hotel rooms. Whispers, talk about a real-life episode of 24 Foot. In 1963 alone, the FBI logged over 800,000 words of wiretapped conversations. That's like reading an entire novel about someone else's private life. And did you know that J. Edgar Hoover, the infamous head of the FBI, believed MLK was involved with communism? Yeah, it's like they thought he was secretly running a Soviet-themed bakery or something. Chuckles, okay, maybe not that extreme, but still. So there you have it, another conspiracy theory that turned out to be more fact-tastic than brain-rotting. Stay tuned for our next chapter. The Pentagon's UFO hunters are actually aliens in disguise. Just kidding, it's actually something way cooler. And that's a wrap on Brain Rot Facts, folks. I hope your brain didn't get too, well, rotted from all these wild conspiracy theories that turned out to be true. But in all seriousness, it's crazy to think that some of the most outlandish claims we've explored today have actually been proven. Like, did you know that the US government did indeed conduct secret mind control experiments on unsuspecting citizens during the 1950s? Yeah, it's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. And what about the infamous Tuskegee syphilis study? Who knew that in the 1940s, doctors were deliberately withholding treatment from black Americans with syphilis just to study the progression of the disease? Shocked gasp, it's like, wait, what century are we living in? Anyways, thanks for tuning in to Brain Rot Facts, where the truth is wilder than fiction. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon to stay up to date on all our brain-rotting content. See you next time.